Hello guys, this is going to be a short vlog of my solo Italy trip. So I started my journey in Rome, the capital of Italy. You will most likely arrive at the Fiumicino airport like me. From there you can take a taxi or the Leonardo Express to the city center. You can buy your ticket for the Leonardo Express at a ticket machine at the airport or on the Trenitalia website or app. So I started with some sightseeing. Here you can see the Trevi fountain, but it was very crowded. So if you want to take cute pictures in front of the fountain, I would recommend you to go very early in the morning. From there I walked to the Sant'Ignazio di Loyola church, which is only like a 5-minute walk. On the way there I walked through those beautiful alleys, which are also very great photo spots in my opinion. Once you arrive at the church, you don't have to pay an entrance fee, and it is also definitely less crowded than the Trevi fountain. The ceiling of the church was truly breathtaking. It was painted by Andrea Pozzo, and it is particularly the reason tourists go to the church. There is also an oblique mirror inside the church, which reflects the masterpiece of the painted ceiling. But keep in mind that you will have to wait in line if you want to take a selfie in the mirror. 3 minutes away from the church you will find the Pantheon. The Pantheon in Rome is an ancient temple originally built to honor all Roman gods. If you want to go inside the Pantheon, you need a ticket, which you can buy online. I decided to go to the Spanish Steps, which is a 15-minute walk from the Pantheon. It's a monumental stairway of 135 steps, and it's also one of the most famous sites in Rome. If you want to make a break, there are also lots of cafes and restaurants nearby. But since they are so close to the site, they will be more crowded and more expensive than the other ones. Therefore, I would recommend you to just walk through the alleys in Rome. There are cafes everywhere and they will be less crowded and less expensive. From there, you can walk to the Piazza del Popolo and have a view at the famous twin churches. Also, if you want to go to the Villa Borghese, which is a famous park and historical landmark in Rome, it is located next to the Piazza del Popolo. I did not go there because I didn't have a lot of time in Rome, but if you do, I can recommend you to go there. From the Piazza del Popolo, I walked down the whole Via del Corso, which is the main shopping street in Rome. I also walked through some alleys, which are very great photo spots in my opinion. From the end of Via del Corso, I walked to the Roman Forum. On the way to the Roman Forum, I walked by the monument to Vittorio Emanuele II, which is the most important monument to the first king of Italy. You can also go inside the monument as well, but you will need a ticket. I also passed the Piazza del Campidoglio, which is a hilltop square designed by Michelangelo and surrounded by museums. This piazza leads you to the Belvedere Tabbeo, which offers stunning views of the Roman Forum, and it is also a great photo spot. From there, I walked to the Colosseum, which is located right next to the Roman Forum. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to go inside the Colosseum, but I would recommend you to purchase a ticket online. They also offer tickets which give you access to both sides, the Colosseum as well as the Roman Forum. And if you are interested in the history of Rome, this is really a non-negotiable site. Since I'm very interested in art, I wanted to see a little bit more of Michelangelo's pieces, so I went to the Basilica di San Pietro in Vincioli, which is a 10-minute walk from the Colosseum. Inside the basilica you will find the stunning Moses of Michelangelo, which is an iconic sculpture of the Renaissance. It's one of the most famous pieces of Michelangelo and a must-see if you're interested in art. There is also no entrance fee, so you can just walk inside the basilica. Before I start with the Amalfi part of this vlog, I want to mention some last points very quickly that could help you with your trip to Rome. Regarding transportation, you can take the metro, which is very convenient, and you can just tap your credit card at turnstiles to enter the metro station. You can also download the app Free Now, where you can order your taxi, buy your tickets in advance. Another point is Rome is very busy. I went in October, which is not considered as the main season, and it was anyways extremely busy. So expect to wait in lines a lot if you want to go to Rome, and therefore bring enough time. And it is very important that you buy all your tickets in advance. Me personally, I wanted to do everything spontaneously, which did not work out, especially if you want to go to the Vatican Museum. Buy your ticket as soon as possible and not a few days earlier like me, because there will be no more tickets left. If you're planning to go to the Amalfi Coast, I would definitely recommend you to stay at least 2 nights, but since I did not have a lot of time, I only did a day trip from Rome to Amalfi. I booked this trip online, so it was a guided tour. Originally, I planned to go to Positano on my own, but since the public transportation had a strike, I booked a guided tour. However, if you plan to do this on your own, you can take the train from Rome to Naples and then the bus or the ferry from Naples to Positano. Or you can take the train from Rome to Salerno and then the ferry from Salerno to Positano. Or you book a guided tour online like me. Keep in mind, it's a long drive by bus, so it will be a very long day and eventually not worth it for you since you won't have a lot of time there. But if you still insist on seeing the Amalfi Coast like me, then I can recommend you the day trip. On the way from Rome to Positano, we had a stop at a limoncello factory, where we were able to try different limoncellos and buy some souvenirs. The journey from Rome to Positano took us approximately 3 hours and 45 minutes. When we arrived in Positano, we had some free time to explore on our own. I walked around the town, took some nice selfies and bought some souvenirs. Even though it was October, Positano was still super busy. Me personally, I would recommend you to go to Positano during a different time when it's warmer, but keep in mind then it will be more busy. There are lots of restaurants, cafes and beach clubs, and for me it's more of a summer destination, but I'm still glad that I had the opportunity to see it. After our free time in Positano, we drove to Sorrento, which is like a 30-minute drive from Positano. Sorrento is definitely less crowded than Positano, and in my opinion it has a little bit more to offer. In case you visit Positano, I would therefore recommend you to also visit other parts of the Amalfi Coast like Sorrento. Let's move on to the last part of my vlog, Milan. So this was very spontaneous of me. Originally I wanted to extend my time in Rome, but since everything was booked out and I didn't want to go home yet, I decided to take the train to Milan. The train ride took like 3 hours, and as you can see we drove through many Tuscan villages, which was so nice to see. Milan was rainy and less crowded than Rome. Of course, I visited the Duomo and the famous shopping center first, which are the 2 main sites in Milan. The next day the weather improved, as you can see, and it was very warm when the sun came out. By the way, if you decide to see the Duomo from the inside, you need a ticket. For sights, I have to say there are not as many things to do in Milan as in Rome. Originally, I wanted to see the famous Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci, but I was not able to go since you need to purchase your ticket online weeks in advance. So, if you want to go there, keep that in mind. Therefore, I decided to visit the Ambrosiana Art Gallery, which is not far from the Duomo. It is renowned for housing the largest collection of original Leonardo da Vinci drawings. It also features significant collections of art, for example works by Caravaggio and Raphael. You are able to buy a ticket online in advance or when you are there. In my case, it was not really busy, so that should normally be no problem. I do have to admit I mainly came to Milan for shopping, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint. Milan offers luxury as well as the well-known stores like Zara and also many boutiques you only find in Italy. I bought so many beautiful things. There are really so many shopping streets and malls there. It's truly one of the best cities in Europe for shopping. So if you want to do a shopping spree, definitely go to Milan. This was my last evening in Milan. I had some pizza, and the morning after I took the metro to the main station and from there the train to Malpensa airport, which is like an hour ride, and again I booked the ticket with the Trenitalia app I showed you earlier. This is it for my little Italy vlog. I hope you enjoyed it and that I was able to inspire you for your next trip to Italy. If you have any questions, just leave a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next travel vlog. Bye!